Hey everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews. Today we got us another beer from Lost 40 Brewing, and this must be a fairly small brewery. When I go to look up their beers, a lot of times they don't have ratings, and sometimes, like on this one, I went over to Rate Beer, and they don't even have this beer listed at all. And on top of that, they've only got like 10 different beers listed, and only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them have ratings on it. And this one's not listed in here. This is their Forest Queen, which is a milk stout, small batch, and it's not even there. It goes, they have a Forest King, then it goes to the 40 Love Honey Bock. So I don't know what's up with this guy. Evidently they're a fairly small brewery. There is no dating on this can, which is a no-no for a low ABV beer, which is a 5.3%er. And so this is a chocolate milk stout. But I can't get their beers here, so Shane, thanks again, brother, for sending it to me. They do need to date their stuff on these low ABV beers, and kind of concerned that it's not even listed on Rate Beer here. Beer Advocate's got the beer listed, but there's 0 reviews on it, so nobody has even reviewed this beer. So of course there is no rating. So I'm on my own on this one. I don't have any information or anybody that has reviewed it, or over to Beer Advocate. Nobody has. There's nothing. I mean, there's nothing. We got it listed, but nothing is written about it. So we're on our own on this one here, guys. And I like to read a lot of the reviews because I haven't seen anybody do a review on this beer. So just to see what other people think about it and see if I agree with them or if I disagree with them. That's just the way it is. That's how I do it. That's how it goes. That's how I roll, guys. This is, like I said, is a milk stout, and these guys are out of Little Rock, Arkansas. Not available. I mean, not able to get their beers here, of course, and that's probably the reason that I've not heard of these before. Shane sent them to me. That these guys must be fairly small or fairly new, one or the other or both. So, there goes the openers. Speaking of the openers, I'm out of setup here. Ain't but 3 left. 2 reds and an orange. If you need one, let me know. Alright, there's nothing else we need to talk about, guys, so let's go over here to the food pairings for this style of beer. And it says here for the sweet stout, food pairings, chocolate dessert. Glass by the pint back in 9-tumbler mug style set down, using my favorite glass because that's what I want to do. And not recommended for extended selling unless ABV exceeds average range, and it does not. Another reason it should have a date on it. And they may date the 6-pack ring or the holder or the case, but if they're setting these out on a shelf at a beer store and you're buying 1 or maybe even 2 of them and there's no date on it, how do you know? Is it 2016 edition, 2015? This could be a 2010 edition. You never know, guys. You never know. So let's get the cap popped on this thing and get it into the glass and see what we got. Now, if this was an 8, 9, 10, 11% or bigger, it wouldn't make a difference on the date. It'd be nice to have, but it's going to sell her. But a 5.3%er, you need to have a date. It's like an IPA as far as I'm concerned. It's not pitch black coming out of the can. It looks more like a cola colored. I can see light through the stream here. But once it's in the glass, it's probably going to be fairly dark. And it is. Over to the light. A little bit of red ribbiness around the bottom of the small part of the glass, but the big bowl part, it's pretty dark, guys. About a quarter finger of head. Not a big head, doesn't seem to be real heavily carbonated. Let's get a nose on it. Good smell. Getting chocolate, cocoa, caramel, toffee, maybe some hints of some dark fruit, maybe just a slight, it's got a nice sweetness to it because you can tell it's a milk stout, maybe use lactose. Nice sweetness on the back end. A roasted malt and hints of some bittersweet chocolate is what I'm getting on the nose. Now the head is completely dissipated. It's gone. Let's make the beer do the same thing. Cheers. Cheers, Shane. Thank you, brother. Forest Queen. That is tasty. Roasted malt, cocoa, caramel, hints of some dark fruits, maybe some figs or dates, plums. Very nice sweetness, very nice taste, very easy drinking dessert stout, milk stout. And with only 5.3%, it's not going to knock you down after you have one of them. You can have several of these if you so choose to, and not be shit-faced. Very nice. Very easy drinking milk stout. Nice sweetness to it. Nice cocoa roasted malt. Just slight hints of some darker fruit in there. So, right out of the fridge. Let me let her taste it like I always do, and we'll come back here shortly and see where it ends up. I just wish they would date these low ABV beer, guys. That would be my only fuss about this. So, be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sipping on it for about 25-30 minutes. The other half liked it. She really liked this beer, and it is a very tasty beer. It is a nice, smooth, easy drinking, creamy, sweet milk stout. Very nice. Rich roasted malt. A nice chocolatey, and it's not a super bittersweet chocolate, but it, with the lactose, it gives it a nice sweeter taste. So, and a slight hint of some dark fruit in there too. Very nice. I just wish they would date it. Final chug. If you're going to produce a low ABV beer, whether it's a pale ale, a lager, a stout, even a stout, a 5.3% ABV stout needs to have a date on it because it's low ABV. You wouldn't want to have this beer a year down the road. I don't know what would deter it. It's going to taste probably a little stale, but there's no hops to fade. But it's low ABV. It's not going to keep for a long time, like a 7, 8, 9, even 10% or bigger stout's going to keep. So if you're going to brew a low ABV stout, you need to have a date on it. And whether they're dating the sticker on the 6-pack carton or on the side of the 6-pack or the case or whatever, a lot of these stores break that stuff up and put it on the shelf individually. And here as consumers, we have no clue of how old the beer is. So, with that being said, it's a very tasty beer, a nice sweet milk stout. I enjoyed it, so did the other half. But with the information I have on the can, I'm going to give this a 6, which is a B. If it had a date on the bottom of the can, I would probably give it a 7, which would be a B+. I don't think it's quite to an A beer, but it is very tasty. If I could get this beer here and it did have a date on it, I would probably buy this beer. But without a date, I would not buy this beer. I would leave it on the shelf. And you're going to find that I may end up running out of beers that I haven't reviewed already because of the dating system a lot of these breweries are going to, the enjoy by. I'm not a fan of that. I am definitely not a fan of that because they're extending the shelf life by doing that, guys. Instead of putting a can or a bottle on date, us as consumers know we don't want to have an IPA after about 3 months, and they're putting a 6, 7, even 8 month shelf life on those beers now. So, and they are. I found that out by Victory's doing it. Heavy Seas is doing it. Several of the other ones are doing that. They're going to that enjoy by and extending the shelf life on it. It's to their benefit, guys. I keep telling y'all that. They can have a 6, 7, even 8 month shelf life on their IPAs by doing that kind of shit. And I'm not a fan of it. And I'm going to start calling those fools out for that. Even though they make some tasty beers, I don't want to buy an IPA that's 7, 8 months old. What the hell is wrong with them? And if I do buy one and it doesn't have a date on it, I'm going to burn your ass up on a review. I mean, come on. Get off that enjoyed by shit. That's not good for me. It's only good for you. And if that's what you want to do, I'll stop buying your beers. And I'm going to tell everybody else to stop buying your beers. So, with that being said, if you've had this one from Lost 40 Brewing, and these guys are out of Arkansas, Little Rock, Arkansas, let me know what you think of it. I enjoyed it. It's pretty tasty, but just need to put a date on it. That's where I'm going to leave it. If you've had it, let me know. Come on back tomorrow. Let's see if we can find a beer in the fridge that's got a damn date on it. See you then.